The following story is based on real, unsolved events. Some details may be disturbing to certain viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. On the night of December 30th, 2000, a man slipped into a quiet Tokyo home, killed an entire family, and then stayed inside the house for hours. He made himself something to eat. He used their computer. He left his clothes, his blood, and his fingerprints everywhere. And then he walked out the front door and vanished. This is one of the most disturbing unsolved crimes in modern history, and the details only get darker. Setagaya is the kind of suburb people move to for peace, the kind of place where kids play in the street, and nothing bad ever happens. At the edge of this quiet neighborhood lived the Miyazawa family. Mikio, the father, Yasuko, the mother, their daughter, Nina, and their little boy, Rei. A warm home, a normal routine, a life that felt safe. But someone was watching them. Someone who knew their habits, knew the layout of their home, knew when the neighborhood emptied out. A plan was forming, and the Miyazawas were at the center of it. It begins with a window, a narrow bathroom window on the second floor. High, easy to miss, but not for him. Investigators believe the killer climbed a tree behind the house, balanced across a thin branch, and slipped through the window as if he had practiced it. When he landed, the warmth of the family home surrounded him, the smell of dinner, the quiet buzz of a TV downstairs. And then he moved toward the bedrooms, silent, certain, focused. They believe the killer first encountered Mikio, the father. There was a violent struggle, signs of resistance. Mikio fought for his family. But the killer kept going, room to room, methodical, cold, unstoppable. By the time the house fell silent, all 4 members of the Miyazawa family were gone. Most killers run, most panic, most want to disappear. But not this one. What he did next is what makes this crime truly horrifying. After the murders, the killer walked into the kitchen and made himself a snack. He opened their fridge, he ate their ice cream, he sat in their living room and relaxed. He used their computer, clicked through files, corrupted data, as if he had all the time in the world. He changed clothes, leaving his own behind. He cut himself during the attack and left a trail of blood throughout the home. DNA everywhere, fingerprints everywhere. He even used the toilet and didn't bother flushing. It was as if he didn't care, or worse, as if he knew he wouldn't be caught. He stayed inside the house for hours, maybe 6, maybe more. A shadow, refusing to leave. The next morning, Mikio's mother grew worried when no one answered the phone. She went to the house. The moment she opened the door, she felt something was wrong. The silence was too heavy, too still. She found the bodies. She called the police. Investigators arrived to find one of the richest crime scenes they had ever seen. DNA, fingerprints, footprints, blood, fibers, even the sand inside the killer's bag, traced to a US military training site. This case should have been solved in a day. Instead, it became Japan's most haunting mystery. The profile they built was chilling. A young man, maybe 15 to 35, someone physically capable, someone calm under pressure, someone familiar with the neighborhood. He wore a rare sweater sold in only a few stores. He carried a type of knife used by skateboarders. He bought clothes in inconsistent sizes, as if he didn't care what fit. Some believed he was from a military family. Some believed he had lived abroad. Others thought he was a drifter, someone who knew how to vanish. He didn't steal anything. He didn't search for valuables. There was no obvious motive. This wasn't burglary. This wasn't rage. This felt ritualistic, calculated, cold. More than 2 decades have passed. Japan still posts flyers, still shares his DNA profile, still tracks down every clue, every sweater, every footprint, every drop of blood. They know almost everything about this man, except his name. He could be alive, he could be dead, he could be walking past you in a crowd, quiet, unnoticed, forgotten. The Setagaya killer left behind a home full of evidence and a world full of questions. Some crimes shock a community, some terrify a nation. But this one chills the world because it forces you to confront one horrifying possibility. What kind of person can walk into a family home, destroy everything inside, and then sit down at the kitchen table as if nothing happened? Whoever he is, wherever he is, the truth is still out there, waiting, watching, unanswered. If you want more stories like this, subscribe. There are still mysteries in this world that deserve to be told.